trying to get right for the summer. I'm trying to get right for the summer. Ain't with your squares this summer. I'm trying to make it hot for the summer. I pull up in that Betty White Hummer. So many rings I make AD lead the thunder. Ain't trying to fall in love this summer. I'm just trying to get right for the summer. Bruh, you were with me shooting in the gym. Got no energy to make no friends. I carry the mask, ain't that right, Jim? Coke and water mix from Minnesota like the Vikings. Put in work all winter and you know that. The city on fire where the hoes at. I just got a stun on all my ops. With this foreign chick I asked if she know Bo Rap. Pulling up I'm trying to get right for the summer. I'm trying to get right for the summer. Ain't fucking with your squares this summer. I'm trying to make it hot for the summer. I pull up in that Betty White Hummer. So many rings I make AD lead the thunder. Ain't trying to fall in love this summer. I'm just trying to get right for the summer. But my city know that I'm back home. They loving the kid like Karl Malone. We secure the bag like we DoorDash. So fly, we need that parachute. You get fresh out the gulag. Heard it's hot girl, summer 3.0. High five. When it's over, he can go. High five. Got it out the mud, I mean the mama. That's that on that. We about to f the summer up, bro. That's that on that. Working cause I'm trying to get right for the summer. I'm trying to get right for the summer.
Man, listen, people. What's going on? DJ Danny Ocean here, Carolina's favorite fat boy. Welcome to 3T Wrestling, first and foremost. I wanted to let that intro go for a while because shout out my brother Jules, man. That song is still a bop. Make sure y'all go stream that Somewhere by Jules on all streaming platforms. But yeah, I know I got the broski with me today. Malik, what's good, Brody?
Yo, what's good? Happy Memorial Day. Salute to everybody that made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Happy Memorial Day, people. If you are in that chat, let us know you in here. Hit that like button, share it with a wrestling fan. Tap in with the Threeski. You feel me? Look, I don't want to waste no time. I want to go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, we got to talk about that Will Ospreay interview, bro.
Yes, we do.
We so for those that don't know, we just interviewed AEW superstar Will Ospreay this past Friday, leading into Double or Nothing going down tonight. Man, Will has some interesting stuff to say. It's kind of been taken off on social media and the wrestling media websites, and is making headlines, to be honest with you, bro. I seen clips of our interview in France. Like they reposted our joint in French. I'm like, that's crazy. But let me ask you. So for those that don't know, what Will said is that we make people run their top 5 over here. We asked him to run his top 5 dream matches, and at the end of it, he said he wants to run it back with AJ Styles. As we know, AJ's in WWE, so he said, AJ, quit your job. And that, again, the media has been picking that up and running with it. What went through your head when you heard him say that, Malik?
It made, like, after the interview, like, the interview was a blur to me. You know how I am, Danny, when we do stuff. It take a little bit for things to kind of like settle down.
Right.
It made me reflect on the WWE career of AJ Styles when he said it.
Right.
And if I'm AJ, with the way he likes to wrestle and where he comes from with New Japan and everything like that,
Say it.
He deserves a lot more than what he gets in WWE right now. And I know we'll talk about Saturday night main event later, but you can't tell me a star like AJ Styles couldn't have fit on that card because it wasn't great to me. So when he said it, of course, it was thank you to him for saying that. He didn't have to give us that tidbit. Thank you. But yo, for real, I honestly think AJ Styles versus this version of Will Ospreay will feed families. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
nah, that's real. That's real. It'd be an absolute banger, no question about it. Like, like you said, this version of Will Ospreay, and let's be real about it. AJ, his career is winding down. You know what I'm saying? He even talked about recently retiring. He's been talking about it in interviews and whatnot. We need that one last time, bro. We need that one last time. And me and my homegirl, we were talking about potential matchups in AEW for AJ, not just Will. We know Will Ospreay would be a banger, you know what I'm saying, versus AJ. We could also get AJ and Kenny Omega. We can also get you know what I'm saying, AJ and Ricochet, I feel like will cook in AEW. AJ
Speedball will be fire.
Speedball, Swerve, Takeshita. It's so many potential classics for AJ to have over there compared to losing to Logan Paul at WrestleMania for a viral moment. Come on. I mean, I get the business. I understand the business. I understand it's about making money. I understand Logan Paul's a moneymaker, and Logan Paul is incredible in that ring too. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Logan Paul, like he can back up the stuff he talks so in that ring. So I get it. Logan Paul is a star, but this is AJ Styles we talking about. We can't have him, you know. Come on, man. Let that man have the classics he can have with, you know. You get what I'm saying. You know where I'm going with it. I personally would love to see AJ Styles in AEW before he calls it a wrap.
Me too. I think his style of wrestling fits perfectly over there. I got one question though. Do you think we probably jumping the gun a little bit that maybe AJ Styles losing to Logan Paul at WrestleMania is leading to something bigger for him down the line? Especially like his intertwinement with Karrion Kross, the way we see Karrion Kross's storylines progress.
Don't get me started on WWE and Karrion Kross, bro. They're dropping the ball.
I'm just saying, not when it comes to him, not Karrion Kross specifically, but we see that everybody that Karrion Kross seems to come in contact with in some sort of way has like a major story afterwards, whether it be like a face heel turn or something else come to them. Do you think that possibly could happen with AJ Styles, or do you think it's right back to catering for him until they could figure something out?
Whatever it is, they need to pull the trigger on it now, on AJ and Karrion. For one, Karrion right now has got a lot of eyes on him because mainly a lot of it because of that promo he cut after WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? That was an incredible promo. I just read earlier today, actually, he got a standing ovation when he went backstage from everybody in the back after that promo. It was an incredible promo, and it was a lot of fact in that promo. You know what I'm saying? But and plus, I don't know if you saw Karrion Kross on Main Event. I think it was last week. The biggest pop I've probably ever seen for a match on Main Event. Every move he hit, crowd is going nuts, bro. Even when he finished the match, when he won the match, he's like, listen. I'm sure he's telling the boys like Triple H and them in the back, listen to this crowd. Put me on TV. You know what I'm saying? Give me something. He deserves it, bro. But I mentioned a long time ago. Yo, what's going on, Jeannie? Appreciate you joining in. What's going on with you?
What's up?
I said a long time ago that Karrion Kross is a star, bro. He really is. And then the stuff he's been doing about, getting in being the devil on people's shoulders and whatnot. I've been peeping that. They always turn heel or something happens after he has a run-in with them, but he don't get no credit for it. He don't get mentioned anymore afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of pisses me off. Now, as far as with AJ in particular, that whole WrestleMania thing was just, I did not like that finish. I didn't care for that match a whole lot. And I feel like AJ deserves better. If they're gonna do something with this Karrion Kross AJ thing, hell, make them a team. Why did they get rid of the Good Brothers? Bring them back. Let them be a stable. I don't know. At this point, I would love to see something between Karrion Kross and AJ coming to fruition, but at the same time, I'd rather just AJ go to AEW.
That's understandable.
And I see people in the comments yelling and arguing, complaining. He's going to go wrestle in front of 500 people at a bingo hall. Like, shut up. He's going to put on good matches is what he's going to do. He's going to get the recognition he deserves as AJ effing Styles. You feel me? Like, stop that tribalism shit. Good wrestling is good wrestling. Simple as that. Like, stop that. Stop that. Come on, man.
Another thing when it comes to the IWC, man, like if you have an issue with what Will said and you don't want AJ Styles to go to AEW, maybe create a little bit more outrage that he's not being used in WWE. Like it has to be two things have to work together. Like, because I don't necessarily see too much outrage for AJ Styles not being on TV.
We don't.
That's just from what I see. Maybe it's there and I'm just not plugged into the right chat or whatever. But yo, I don't see the outrage like there is for a Karrion Kross. Like if you really feel like, wait a minute, it's time to make noise. Because one thing I do give Triple H credit for is that he's not tone deaf. Mm-hmm. Like eventually, it's like, okay, we kind of got to give them what they want. So make that noise for AJ Styles. Other than that, him going to AEW is not an issue. You will love the matches that AJ Styles will be able to have over at AEW. What you feel about the whole product and its in the whole is another thing. How you feel about AJ Styles and the matches he can put on is a totally different story.
Not to mention AJ is an OG at all this, bro. He can go in there and help create some order or create, help people backstage and whatnot and help them elevate, help the whole company elevate the same way Bryan Danielson was doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, free AJ. Hashtag free AJ. We gonna do that. We gonna say that and leave it.
I got one more question.
What's up?
Would you like to see, since the acquisition of, the partnership, I should say, of TNA? Excuse me. Would you be interested in maybe an AJ Styles TNA run since they're not using him on WWE? Do you think that
if that gets him on my TV regularly having banger matches, absolutely go to TNA. AJ versus Mike Santana, AJ versus Nick Nemeth, AJ versus Joe Hendry. It's a lot of potential bangers down there. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to do one with them on Raw or SmackDown, send them over to TNA. Let them. I don't want them to go to NXT. I don't want them to go NXT. TNA, there's history there, so that's why I would be okay with that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he deserves better. But either way, if y'all have not watched the interview yet with Will Ospreay, it is on YouTube right now. You can go check it out on our page at 3NT Wrestling. Big shout to Johnny Dirt Sheet from Dirt Sheet Radio. Big shout my girl Lou from Lashes and Lariats. They joined us along for the interview and whatnot. But it was a great interview. Will gave us some gems in that joint, so shout out to him and appreciate AEW for even allowing us to, giving us that time with Will. Super dope. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and get into the recaps and all that good stuff. Did you watch Saturday night's main event last night?
Yeah, I wish I could have had my hour and a half back.
Come on, son. You didn't like it?
Nah, it's the first pay-per-view that I've seen that I kind of felt like Triple H phoned in.
Time out. It's not. You got to remember, it's not a pay-per-view.
Okay, well, whatever. It's a PLE. It's on basic cable.
It's not on. It comes on NBC. It's just like an episode of Raw, pretty much. It's a souped up episode of Raw.
Hey, that's not how they build it up, is they? That's not how they build it up. They build it up like it's a PLE. I've seen the worst Raw or SmackDown I've seen to me was, other than the surprises, the two surprises that we got. Mm-hmm. I've seen better episodes of Raw and SmackDown than that, though. That's my point.
Like, I ain't gonna cap you down there. Yeah.
It felt phoned into me. Like it was like, really? Like, okay.
So let's go ahead and recap the show. Like I said, if you did watch the show, feel free to chime in and let us know what you thought about it and whatnot. The opening match was the tag match between Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker against CM Punk and Sami Zayn. It was a good match. I'm not going to hold you. It was a good match. Then we saw the surprise reveal at the end. Bronson Reed is back. Bronson Reed took out CM Punk and joined this alliance with Paul Heyman and Seth and Bron. How you feel about that?
Doesn't it feel like it's a little bit too much to you? Like it's like, damn, they got him too. Like they can't lose. Like
Brock Lesnar's gonna come back and join them too, just to make it. Why not at this point? Get Roman in there again too. Why not?
It was good to see Bronson Reed back.
That's big facts.
I thought he was going to be out longer than what he was.
Me too. Me too.
So when I saw him, it was like, oh, he's healthy, huh?
Big Nate, what's going on, bro? He really can't.
Nate?
Punk going through it. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
They did Punk filthy though, like, because Punk is the one that moved Roman out the way, and he got injured. They made sure to hold Punk down so he could move.
Nasty work, bro. They did my man's filthy. Get well soon, Phil. Golly.
What did you think about it though?
Again, the match was fire. The Bronson Reed moment was a big surprise. Like you said, I did not expect him to be back this soon. I am a huge Bronson Reed fan. I've been a Bronson Reed fan. I was hurt when they let him go the first time. You know what I mean? And when he came back, I was like, okay, here we go. They're going to give him the run he deserved now. And then he had the crazy matches with Braun Strowman. He came out and damn near unalive Seth Rollins, which is why I'm like, I don't like this. He almost took that man's life, and now is like, yeah, join us. And I feel like it's late. It's gonna Monday. I feel like Monday we're gonna get this lazy. I know what this man can do. I know how dangerous he is, so I want him on my team. I think that's what we're gonna get. That's gonna be the explanation for this. I don't like it. Bronson Reed is a star on his own. I feel like I don't think he needs this.
I don't know. I just don't count out the Paul Heyman variable in that, where it's like, yeah, but anytime you have Paul Heyman next to you,
it's different. It
is a little different. Yeah,
I feel it. It is different with Paul Heyman being there, but at the same time, again, like the leader, you almost took this man away from his child. Then you're gonna join his group. Like, that's crazy to me. That makes no sense to me, bro. If it was like, he interfered a match, cost him a title, cool. Hit his man with 6 tsunamis and put him on the show for like a month. Yeah, let's team him up.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah.
No, we gotta make that make sense. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know, man. It's one of them stories that I guess is fresh, so we gotta wait and see. So it's kind of hard for me to like project what they gonna do, because what they gonna go after Jey Uso now? I guess that's the direction.
Well, I'll tell you how I would have booked that personally. I would have had Sammy turn on Punk and join him.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, me too. I think
that's
that
what
fits
I would have done
a little bit more than Bronson Reed.
Right now, Sammy as a face is great matches every time out. Don't get me wrong, but maybe it's just me. I'm just tired of seeing it. I'm tired of this. I can do this.
No,
like, I'm tired of the same thing every week.
It's running stale.
Okay,
yeah, it is.
So him as a heel, you know what I'm saying? We got some new fresh matchups too. Him versus Jay would be dope. They're brothers, you know what I mean? I think it would be dope. You know what I mean? But we got what we got. I'm definitely ready to see what they're gonna do. I'm ready to see how this is gonna work out. But I think Bronson Reed is a star on his own. I don't think he needed to be in this stable. There's other people that probably needed it more than him, I feel like. But
yeah, because he did elevate after that program that he had with Seth.
And Braun, bro. Him and Braun Strowman. Like,
yeah, that too, yeah.
They were the reason I was tuning into Raw at one point, bro. Like, I wanted to say, what are they gonna do next? Like, and they didn't disappoint. They never disappointed. You know, maybe this will get us somehow Bronson Reed versus a Jacob Fatu or Solo and all that too. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm curious to see how it's going to play. I'm going to let it play out before I
that's why
cast too much judgment.
That's why I didn't want to say too much about it, because it's like I don't see the vision for what they trying to do with that right now. So it's hard for me to really judge.
I don't see it yet. Next match. It was a tough one. It was a tough one. Oh man. Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the Women's United States Championship. how you feel about that match, brother?
And the match was trash, bro. I'm not scared to say it. It was terrible. And it's crazy because like I'm watching it
Mm-hmm.
and I want to root for Zelina Vega. Like I really do.
Bro, I say all the time how I want more Zelina Vega on my TV. And I'm happy she won that championship. I really am. She deserved it. Was a 15-year career and she finally went in gold. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. That I tell you what made me a fan of Zelina Vega was when she pulled up in Puerto Rico versus Rhea Ripley for that Backlash Puerto Rico.
That was her best match in my opinion.
Easily. And I was like, right there, I need more Zelina on my screen. You feel me?
And the issue with me is that she hasn't lived up to that match since. In my opinion, like I'm not saying she can't wrestle. It's just that for whatever reason, things just happen when Zelina Vega's in the ring that shouldn't.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like last night with her finally, like I said, she's finally getting this gold after 15 years. Do you feel like it's added pressure on her shoulders that caused her match to
possibly? Zelina feels like sometimes when I watch her matches, it seems like she's pressing. Like it doesn't seem like she's like really like you see wrestlers like get in the flow with a match.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like Zelina's thinking too much about it when I see her wrestle. Maybe it could totally be her opponent too because it takes two to tango. I don't know what's going on in there. But it just seems like her matches feel like forced, in my opinion. Like she's a champion. So even if she's the underdog, I'm cool with that. But when things happen in a match where it's like a botch or something like that, it takes away from the storytelling that she's trying to tell in the match, and it happens often. So it's like maybe the pressure is getting to her.
Yeah, Jeannie, that 619 was nasty business, and then like just kicked the hell out of Chelsea's nose and busted her open. It was a rough match. It was a rough match.
Did you want to see Chelsea take the title back? I did.
Yes,
I did. I think Chelsea's perfect for that title.
I agree.
I just no disrespect to Zelina at all. Like I want her to succeed. It's just Chelsea's more ready for the moment.
Chelsea was an incredible United States Women's Champion. Incredible. She at first I didn't like the whole Secret Hervis thing, but she made it work.
It's working.
She really made it work. You know what I mean? And that's like credit to Chelsea, Piper, and Alba for making it work. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm sure a lot of us saw it was like, what is this? What is this crap? But they made it work. They made it good. But real quick, big shout out to Mac. He says he's talking about to say congrats on the interview with Will. And yes, the IWC is stirred up with that interview right now. So shout out to you, Mac. I appreciate you, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree, Jeannie. Stop playing with Chelsea. She can go. She can really go. She's good on the mic. She's good storytelling with the she does a comedy thing, and it's great. It's great. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at her getting the U.S. championship back and having a Gunther like run with that joint.
I'm mad at her though.
You mad at her?
Yeah, I'm mad at Chelsea, man.
What's that?
She shot down my Penta match, man. I didn't like that. I hope that was just heel work because I gotta see it, man. I gotta
no
see
match
it.
with Penta.
I'm mad, man. I gotta see the Penta match. I gotta see the rematch, yo.
So next match from Saturday Night Main Event: John Cena versus Ron Cena. John Cena versus my man R-Truth. Real quick before we talk about the match, it's like 2 weeks ago now. I did a listening session with R-Truth for his new country project, his country rap album. It's called The White Album. For one, the album's dope. R-Truth is cool as hell, humble as hell, chill as hell. He really makes really good music. And I hate that it's not getting the push it deserves on TV and whatnot too. But last night, seeing him in that ring against John Cena and hearing that reaction he got when he came out, it's like, okay, Truth getting that respect. Truth gets his respect. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out R-Truth. Shout out you, bro. As far as the match, very entertaining. Extremely entertaining. When Truth hit Cena with the attitude adjustment, the 5 knuckle shuffle and all that, I'm in here losing my mind, bro. I'm in here cheering like a little kid, brother. I ain't gonna hold you. Truth deserved that moment. Truth is undoubtedly a future Hall of Famer. I don't care if he's won the main championship. I don't care, how many wins, loss record, or whatever. Truth has been a staple in WWE for a long time. He is a future Hall of Famer, no question. Shout out Truth.
And the greatest 25-8 champion of all time. Like, you don't put some respect on my man Truth's name.
It was like 72-time champion or something like that.
Greatest one of all time. They took the belt away. They took the belt away because they couldn't give it the Truth anymore. What does that tell you? Got rid of it. No, man, it was like a moment where it was like, man, I'm glad Ron was able to get like his respect during the John Cena retirement tour. And John did a great job in the ring too.
He did.
When he was in the ring and he was about to hit him with the title, you could kind of see that. All right, man, I ain't gonna do that. I'm a low blow him. But you could tell like John did a great job, like giving him his respect. Like,
he did, bro.
Like, yo, they see what you doing, bro. Like, this is respect. So it was an amazing moment for Truth. I thought it was an amazing match too.
I did too. I enjoyed it.
Most entertaining match of the night to me. So
look, it don't got to be a bunch of flips and super finisher moves and all that every single time. As long as you're telling a good story in that ring, we satisfied. You know what I mean? Some people like the deathmatch stuff and people getting power drived onto cinder blocks and thumbtacks and kicking out at 2.
That would be me.
It's entertaining, you sicko. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessary all the time, is what I'm saying. Yeah. You can have a match like Truth and Cena had last night and still have a great result, in my opinion.
And another reason to give Truth more credit is that the match was that major and it didn't have to be for the title.
When they said it wasn't for a title, I thought they were going to give Truth the W. In my mind, I said, they made it non-title. They're gonna put Truth over. I'm thinking Cody's gonna come out, call Cena the match, and put Truth over, and that's gonna give Truth a title shot or something on SmackDown or something like that. That's how I would have booked it personally. But it would have been dope if Truth got that W though, for sure. Yeah. That would have been a moment, bro.
They should have just had Truth win clean on like a roll up or something like that.
Like, it was non-title. What is there to lose? Well, then again, if we're actually getting Golden Shovel Cena, that is some good heel work. I ain't gonna hold you. If we're getting a Golden Shovel. So after that match, we did see Cody Rhodes come back and they challenged. Oh, well, that wasn't after that match. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. The next match in the show was Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a cage match. How'd you feel about that match?
I tuned it out. I was tired of seeing it.
What? Bro.
Sorry.
Tweaking. You definitely tweaking on this one. That match.
That's fine with me.
Was crazy.
I don't like the chemistry into them two. So even if you gave me a cage match at that point, like we've talked about it on here, where it's like, yeah, it's cool. I got respect for them and all that, but I'm just not into their rivalry. Like, they did a good job telling the story, everything. But after WrestleMania, I was done with it.
Yeah.
So the finish was crazy. Jesse Ventura on commentary was
hot about that, bro. Jesse Ventura took that personally. Like, golly.
That was entertaining. The concerto was crazy. But I was just tired of seeing it, man. So it was a good match. I'm not saying that the match was trash. I'm just saying that it was just, it's a good match, but I'm not, like, I'm into the storytelling. The story was over for me at WrestleMania.
I'll keep it a stack. Going into WrestleMania, I really didn't care about the Drew and Damian storyline. After WrestleMania, when it kept going, at first I'm like, why is this still going? That WrestleMania should have been a blow off. But the way it's like some really on-site type stuff, the way it's like, bro, it's the intro and Damian just pull up and steal off on him. Like, okay, I like this. I like this energy. So let's see where it's going to go. And in my opinion, and then not to mention the Fatal 4-Way at Backlash, where those two completely left the picture, had their own thing going on, and the choke slam or the South of Heaven off the thing almost killed Drew and all that. You know what I mean? Like that raised the intensity for this rivalry for me, and that's what made me interested in this final match at a Saturday Night's Main Event last night. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed the match. It took me a while to get into the story, but once I got into it, it was good, and it was a good finish to it, I feel like. And it does that make Damian Priest a bigger star by beating Drew like that? I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. Because Priest is Priest either way, don't get me wrong, but what did it really do for him?
That's my point. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. Because Drew solidified to me. I'm ready for another Drew title run if that's what you want to do. I'm fine with that. It was just the Damian Priest thing where it's like, all right, if Damian comes out victorious during this feud, does that make me more excited to see Damian Priest in a title run? That's not how it turned out to me. It was just like a blood feud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't solidify Damian Priest to me to want to see him more in the title picture right now. So
what do you feel like is next for Priest after this? I'll be real. I don't see him facing Cena on this last run for that title.
Me neither. I don't either. I mean, shit, AJ Styles ain't got nothing to do. He on SmackDown, ain't he? Like,
AJ on Raw.
Oh well, carrying his too. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe
put him in a tag team with somebody.
Maybe JC or somebody like that. Maybe Solo. You got them. Like if you really want to put a battery in his back, the best thing to do is to put him with the Bloodline. Like that's always going to help.
I could see him going against Jacob for the title and having to go through JC and Solo to get to it type situation. And I actually think I'm okay. Oh, Nate said he wants to see Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. That's two faces.
They're both faces, though. That's the only.
I think that match will cook. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it don't make sense right now. But that match would be fire. That's something to look forward to for damn sure. And so
Aleister will smoke Damian Priest in the match, by the way.
Okay, I hear you. So we saw Damian finish, essentially execute Drew McIntyre with a concerto to win the match. So I'm hearing that the reason for that is that's writing Drew out of storylines. He's going on a little hiatus. He's been, mind you, Drew's been wrestling injured for a while now.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of takes him off TV for a while to recover and get whatever he need to take care of. You know what I mean?
Then the finish doesn't make any sense. Like, have him go out on a stretcher. Like, it's fine, Drew. Like, I mean, him walking away was like, bro, you said somebody was going out on a stretcher. I mean, he gave you a concerto and you walked away.
I felt like that was a situation of Drew not wanting to go out looking like he wanted to go out looking strong still.
It's Drew McIntyre.
It's Drew McIntyre. It would have made Damian Priest look stronger if Drew left on the stretcher.
Okay, well, if you're going to put him over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to put Damian Priest over and protect yourself. Like, it wasn't that type of feud to me where I felt like Drew McIntyre would have lost points for losing to Damian Priest. It wasn't that type to me. So I would have liked him to go out on the stretcher. You took a concerto, bro. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
Can we protect the concerto, please? Like, if you're gonna use it, like that's my point. That's why I had an issue because it's like, bro, if you're gonna use the concerto, like at least let it because that puts it in a position now that everybody could be concertoed and walk away. No, that's not how that goes.
Big shout to Michael Cole for acknowledging the fact that Priest got the concerto from Edge too.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to that. But yeah, I agree. Getting your head sandwiched between two chairs that's
nasty. Ain't
that's stretcher worthy, brother.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Catch charges for that.
Right. That's an attempted, brother.
For that. Yeah, man.
But yo, imagine somebody fighting in a club and just getting 2 chairs. You're going to jail, brother.
Immediately.
You're going to prison, gang. Oh God. So let's moving forward to the main event: Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be direct. I'm going to be straight up.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I would not mind seeing Logan Paul as World Heavyweight Champion.
Me neither.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not terribly upset about the idea of Logan Paul being champion. For one, you know what kind of numbers that's going to do for WWE social media. You feel me? It's a genius play. And again, Logan Paul can actually go in that ring. I don't care for his promos that much. He's just like a natural asshole, so the crowds hate him anyway. But yeah, I would like to see him as champion. I would not have been too upset if he won that title off Jay last night. Gunther would have definitely took it from him in a couple of weeks, unless shenanigans would have went down. But yeah, I wouldn't have been mad seeing Jay or Logan win that title.
So you disagree with Kenny Omega's point then?
What did Kenny say?
That soon WrestleMania will be a YouTuber. And
oh yeah, I didn't see that.
So that's the shot at Logan Paul to me. So
for sure.
Because there was what work has he put in to deserve these spots and da 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 da. Like I understand why he's saying that. He's not wrong.
I get it, but it's different if it was ISO Speed, somebody that hadn't trained to wrestle and hadn't put that work in that Logan Paul's been putting in to actually get better and learn. You know what I mean? ISO Speed just showed up for WrestleMania, got speared, did his thing, whatever. If they put him in the main event or put a title on him, I'd be pissed. I'd be furious, bro. But Logan Paul can wrestle. He puts on good matches. And he's smart about how he does it, how to get the most out of it to make social media go crazy. That's genius. The thing where he went on the top rope and had the drone shot around him and all that, like that's his ideas. That's him. Like, how can you knock that?
I think it's a little bit of jealousy. Because it's like,
talk about it.
I'm not
talk about it.
It's a little jealousy to me when I hear it. Because it's like, yo, I know like I hear people give him credit that what he's doing, but it seems like they're always trying to downplay it. Bro, sometimes you just catch lightning in the bottle. It happens. That's the unfortunate thing about life is that sometimes, even though he didn't put in the work to get there, when you give him the opportunity, he capitalized on it, and now he's like that now.
He's good at what he does, bro.
I don't know why the hate continues. Like, and it's not like this is a regular thing. He's an anomaly. So why are people so upset about an anomaly that's continuing to succeed? I'll never understand the Logan Paul hate. Maybe they just hate him because of his actions outside of WWE and some of the stuff that he does. I get that. But to judge what he's doing in WWE right now with like a negative tone, it's a little weird because his character is just him.
Facts.
Like even though he's corny in the ring and I don't necessarily like his promos, it works because he's a douchebag. So
but tell you again how good he is at this and telling the story of who Logan Paul is as far as the wrestling ring goes and me in the wrestling world. His theme song is about being humble. And this man is the furthest thing from humble out there. This man is good at what he does, bro. He's good at it. Stop hating on Logan Paul. Stop hating on Logan Paul, bro. Like, stop. Cut it out. It's just hate at this point.
That's why I wanted to ask you about Kenny Omega's comments, because when I heard him, I didn't think nothing about him. I just felt like he was kind of trashing on WWE for a sec.
Lost you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. Nah. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, I can't hear you. What did I just do? Yeah, I can't hear you for some reason. But either way, like I said, Logan Paul is really one of them when it comes to in ring work right now. And like I said, with his promos, he's just being himself. He's literally being Logan Paul. I read somewhere, or heard somewhere, got the advice that if your pro wrestling character is be yourself, just amplify it times 10. And I feel like that's what Logan Paul is doing, and it's working. It's working great. And he's doing his thing in that ring too. So shout out Logan Paul. But so we lost Malik for a second. He's rebooting and whatnot. We lost his audio, but he's coming back. But as far as that main event goes, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, pretty good match. We saw Cena come out and almost cost. Okay, there we go. There we go. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
All right.
But so we saw Cena come out and almost cost Jey Uso the title.
Mm-hmm.
How that work? How that look for you?
A little weird. Like, I mean, I guess it goes to John Cena's thing where it's consistent. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. John hates wrestling so much that it doesn't matter if you're on Raw and you're the champion and I don't need to interact with you at all. I'm going to cost you this title. So people are upset that Logan Paul. So John even knows. John even knows the popularity of Logan Paul is crazy. So he's like, yo, I'm going to make sure he's champ to piss all of you off.
Genius. Yeah, and I did like that run in between Jay and Cena backstage. It's like, last time I saw you, I eliminated you from the Rumble. Like that was dope. That was dope. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna continue to. I'm gonna make a YouTuber a champ. I love it, bro.
So petty. John
I love it.
So petty.
I absolutely love that, bro. For real.
After just beating up R-Truth, that hate continues. Like,
somebody
wow.
Universally loved by the wrestling community. Just like, beat him and then hit him with the title afterwards.
Like, that's not enough. And by the way, before my night's over, I'm gonna make sure that you ain't champ no more. Yo, John is wilding.
Insane. But we saw Cody Rhodes come back, and we saw him hit.
Feel about that? Go ahead, because I got a point. Go ahead.
Listen, I have not been upset about WWE the last couple months without Cody Rhodes. I had last couple weeks. I haven't. I mean, I didn't miss him. I'm gonna say I didn't miss him. I love Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a great guy. He's a gentleman and a scholar. Shout out Cody Rhodes. But I wasn't mad that he wasn't on my TV pandering every week. That's just me.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Wrestling been real boring since Cody been off TV to me. So we on totally opposite ends of the spectrum. It's been boring to me. It's been boring to me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Come on,
that hasn't. I'm being dead honest. That hasn't been like a major storyline that without him, without Roman, yo, like they really like it. It's dawning on me now how much they've really carried the company over the past couple of years. Because
Roman, yes. Cody, no.
Yeah, both of them. What are we doing? Like both.
Roman, yes. Cody, no.
Both of them.
Bro, they can make realistically, they can make anybody a Cody Rhodes. They made Jey Uso a Cody Rhodes. This dude that we've known to be a tag team wrestler for the last ever, and they made him the most popular wrestler in the world, one of the most popular wrestlers in the world. They could put Braun Breaker in Cody Rhodes' shoes. They could have had Braun Strowman in Cody Rhodes' shoes. I feel like
they could have who?
I said what I said. You heard me. You heard me.
Now that Cody not champ, you get your hate off. I know you didn't.
I'm just saying Strowman. They could have made. They could make anybody a Cody Rhodes. Strap the right. This WWE Untold or behind the scenes thing coming to Netflix later this summer. In the trailer for it was Triple H talking to Jey Uso saying, "We're gonna strap the rocket to your back, send you to the moon." They can do that with anybody. Yeah, they can do that with anybody.
So the story that Jey Uso had with Roman over the past couple of years meant nothing. Like
It was great. Don't get me wrong. It was great.
But that's why you put the battery on his back, because he was in the best story we've seen in wrestling history
and that's
for 2 years. So of course it's easier. Braun Strowman, like,
bro, let me ask you this: you don't think they could have made even with the bloodline, it's whoever they're promoting, they can make the star. They can make any. I mean, obviously, you gotta have natural charisma. You gotta have natural talent.
Yes.
That's clear.
Yes.
But they can make anybody. They can make who they want to make a star. You telling me AJ can't do what Cody doing right now?
AJ's already solidified.
But I'm saying, you don't think AJ could do what Cody's doing right now?
Of course he can. It's AJ Styles. That's a different story. You naming stars, like, you're not naming, like.
Let me think of a.
You
don't think they could have made Ethan Page a Cody Rhodes?
Ethan Page is the future. Like,
But do you think you don't think they can make Ethan Page just as big as Cody Rhodes?
I don't know.
You don't think they could make Carmelo Hayes just as big as Cody Rhodes?
No.
Come on, bro.
No, I don't. I haven't seen enough from Carmelo yet to see that. I'm sorry. I love Carmelo. I haven't seen enough. No. I'm not going to discredit Cody on this show. I'm not going to do it. Like,
I'm just saying, I'm not discrediting Cody because Cody's very good at what he does. He's great at drawing money, putting asses in seats. He's great at that. Don't get me wrong. Great matches, great storytelling. He's great. Is he my cup of Hennessy? I wouldn't say so.
And that's okay. And that's okay. But hey, the numbers spoke for themselves while Cody was champ. I'm gonna just say that
they can do that for anybody, though.
I don't know if they can do that for everybody because they tried to do that with Roman and it didn't work for y'all. That's my point. Like,
but you're talking about Vince, though.
No, you said they could do it with anybody if they want to. Anybody. It's just Triple H then. It's just Triple H that can do that. It's not Vince.
Bro, it's the way you got to build it up. Vince is the one that got Cody the way he was. I mean, the whole coming from AEW situation anyway was news. That was big. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was already a rocket strapped to his back. As soon as he came over, he was pretty much destined to be the face of the company. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's different than the way they were force feeding us Roman Reigns back then. Mm-hmm. You got Roman Reigns beating the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Come on, bro.
That's what you but that's what you will have to do with Braun Strowman, correct?
No, not at all. Tell the good story. That's all you got to tell. That's all you got to do. Put him against if you would have put whoever they would have put against the bloodline in that storyline and finishing the story. Could have been just as popular, I feel like.
What was Braun Strowman's story?
Winning the title at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes' story. Why not? Everybody, I mean, that's what everybody wants at the end of the day.
Cody, I got your back, Cody. Whoa! I got your back.
Come on, I'm on the show with Cody stands, bro. Come on,
man. I'm just not with the Cody standard.
So let me ask you this.
I get that he's not everybody's cup of tea. But
so that means right now you are excited to see Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul and Money in.
Hell no. That's a terrible way to. That's no. That's not. That ain't got nothing to do with who Cody Rhodes is. But that's a terrible way to bring Cody back. Like, Money in the Bank. Hold on. Didn't you just take WrestleMania from New Orleans and give them a Money in the Bank, and then you give me a tag match? And like, you see how nasty that is? Like, nah, it ain't a Cody Rhodes thing. That's something else. That's why I was upset. No, I'm not excited to see that. No, for what? If I'm New Orleans, I'm pissed off. This is what you would have gave us?
But Cody, your mans, though.
It ain't
Cody,
about
your
that.
mans.
It ain't about that. I get your point, and that's a good one, but it ain't that. You can't make everybody a Cody Rhodes, but that don't mean that you can put Cody Rhodes in any situation and he be straight. That's not a good one for me.
Didn't care for it, to be honest with you.
Tag match. I was like, Jay didn't say nothing. He didn't agree to nothing.
Jay like, what?
He like, what? I want my own title match.
What y'all say? Jason, what y'all say fuck me for? He made it confused. What? I just beat this guy. What?
It made no sense to me when I said. That's why I was mad about Sunday. That's probably why my tone was like that. It's because All right, the Selena Vega match was one great. I was already over the Damian Priest thing, and then the tag match at the end, it was like, oh, Triple H, you wildin'. Like it was real nasty to me.
It was pretty nasty. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But that's pretty much a wrap for main event. If you got to rate the show 1 out of 10, what would you rate it? Damn, this man chuckled.
Try not to be petty. That's why.
Damn.
A 5. I'll give it a
5.
That I'm being nice with a 5. Like I didn't like it, bro. I don't know. Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good to me. I'd probably give it like a solid 6.5, maybe a 7. Maybe a 7.
7 is stretching it to me. Maybe I'm tripping, man, but it was just I was excited to watch it too. That's the crazy part. Like I was excited to watch Saturday Night Main Event, and it was like, man.
See, I tell you what. Honestly, I probably would have gave it a definite 7.5 if I didn't get. I had a DJ last night, so I didn't get to see it live, and I saw spoilers, so that kind of messed it up for me.
So that kind of messed it up for you. No, I didn't see no spoilers. I kept the spoilers away, all types of stuff. I just didn't like it. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because I expected it to be more of a PLE, and it was like,
again, Saturday Main Event. You got to keep in mind it is just a Raw SmackDown Super Show at the end of the day.
But it felt like a main event. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the show they had on Saturday? It felt like a Sunday Night Heat to me.
Sunday Night Heat is nasty. Come on, bro.
It felt like, whatever.
Gross.
It felt like a Sunday Night Heat to me. That's what it felt like. I was mad as hell. I was mad as hell after Saturday Night.
Bro, we used to get Billy Gunn versus Crash Holly on Sunday Night Heat. And you gonna compare it to that? Come on, man.
Yes, that's what it felt like to me. I was super
gross.
upset. Yeah,
that's nasty work.
Yeah, and they named the tag match at the end of it one of the biggest shows ever. Exactly, a Sunday Night Heat, right? That's what they do. Yeah. Nasty.
Where's I'm surprised Teddy Long ain't come out and make that tag match.
right.
But real quick, next up we're gonna get into NXT Battleground card. We're gonna drop some quick predictions. We ain't gonna keep it too long. We're going to shoot right through these matches. Josh Briggs and Hank and Tank versus The Culling, which is Sean Spears. I can't remember the other guys' names, to be honest with you, and I feel bad about that.
Oh, good. Me neither. They've actually been doing great work. The Culling has been doing all right.
I've been enjoying The Culling.
Yeah. Sean
Their
Spears
names are just escaping me at the time. That's all.
Yeah. I got Hank and Tank winning it, but I would not be mad if y'all gave it to Sean Spears because he deserves his credit what he's doing with that talent down there.
Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen. That's their names.
Yep.
Well, not a fan of Hank and Tank winning those tag team championships off of Axiom. For one, Axiom had some incredible matches with some incredible talent. Even the Hardy Boys, and you lose them to Hank and Tank.
That kind of was my point on the NXT recap. But they love them over there. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad because we seen Axiom and Frazier on SmackDown now, and they're putting together.
Oh, they're doing a thing for sure.
Classics every time they get on TV, so I'm cool with it. But I'm not that big of a Hank and Tank fan either, man.
Yeah. I love Josh Briggs though. Josh Briggs puts me in the mind of a young JBL for real. Like the way the hard hitting type vibe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I really like Josh Briggs. I like Josh Briggs and Jensen and Brooks Jensen when they were a tag team, to be honest with you. But I need a good solo run from Josh Briggs. And hopefully this is the beginning of that.
Yeah. They had an opportunity to do that with him because they took everybody away from him already. So I don't understand why they haven't tried that with him yet.
They sent him to Japan and brought him back with a tag team partner from Japan, and that made no sense to me.
Yeah, it made no sense to me either.
Yeah. I'm saying Briggs, Hank and Tank with the win. Next match: Tony D'Angelo versus Stacks Lorenzo. I've been digging this story.
This story is fire.
Yeah, Stacks turning on the family and whatnot. I've been enjoying it. I'm ready to see how this turns out. Definitely. I'm looking forward to this match. If I had to guess who's going to win, I think they're going to put Stacks over Tony.
Me too.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I'm actually okay with that.
Same.
Next matchup, NXT Women's North American Championship, Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan. I'll be honest with you. I feel like Sol Ruka should have won the inaugural Women's North American Championship in that ladder match. I didn't care for Kalani's run a whole lot. It didn't seem her matches were good. Don't get me wrong, but her run as champion, yeah.
Well, this is a new Kalani. I like this Kalani.
I do like this new Kalani.
I like heels, so maybe that's why I like this version of Kalani better. But she just seems like she has more personality than she had while she was champ.
Yes,
like she was like real John Cena type prototype.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I saw her when she first had the championship. So I wanted Sol Ruka to win it because of that. Now I like this Kalani Jordan, but still do not take that title off of Sol Ruka. I'm not here for that.
Yeah, let Sol cook for a while.
Yeah,
for sure. Next match. This is the first time the TNA Championship is being defended on NXT television or NXT pay-per-view, PLE. Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams. If I was in TNA,
really win the title,
I'd be furious. I'd be absolutely furious if a WWE wrestler won my company's championship on their pay-per-view. I'd be very upset about that. I don't see Joe Hendry losing. The same way TNA always goes, or NXT wrestlers go to TNA and fight for the championship at their pay-per-views, TNA is going to go over. But this is on the NXT PLE, so I don't know. Seeing one of their top guys lose on one of their PLEs is kind of far-fetched to me, to be honest with you. But also, the TNA title changing hands on WWE TV is also far-fetched to me, to a WWE talent. You know what I mean? So I don't know which way this goes. If I had to pick a winner, I'm going to say Joe Hendry.
If it was like a tag championship or an X Division championship or something from TNA, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Right.
But if it's you have to protect your main title. I don't know if Vince just ingrained that in me, and that's the reason why.
No, I agree.
Changing. It's just, bro, like him winning that on NXT on NXT TV is nasty to me. I just don't think that should happen. I'm picking Joe Hendry, bro.
I feel it. NXT Women's Championship match up next. Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace.
Give it to Jordan Grace. It's time for Vaquer to come up. She don't need to be down there no more.
Vaquer, hold on. You want to take the title off Steph and send her to the main roster?
She's ready. Bring her up. Bring her up. Bring her up. Like I'm telling, like that. You remember my point the other day about Bayley, the video that we
never did post that.
Bro, they need to be careful. Like because that's my point with that, is that you have people like Stephanie Vaquer who haven't been on NXT long, but are ready to put on classics on the main roster. We just saw the match in between Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega. It wasn't great. So it's like, yo, Vaquer's already said, bro, I'm not nervous about being on NXT and I'm not nervous about being on SmackDown. Both of them feel like home to me, and it shows in her matches.
But we did just get Julia and Roxanne onto the main roster from NXT.
Okay, that hence is my point about Bayley, is that, yo, WWE's ready to bring in this new wave of women. They're ready for it. Like they've done a great job developing them, and they have more coming. There's a lot more talented women in NXT that will be coming. Jada Parker and them in the next couple of years. Go ahead, bring her up. You don't need her in NXT to do what?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I would be okay with seeing Stephanie go to the main roster. Maybe, be honest with you, I'd like her to pull an OG Kevin Owens and bring the NXT title to the main roster with her. And then she can lose it down the line in NXT. For one, that brings more prestige to NXT. It brings more eyes to NXT. It's like, who's this? She's the champion over there? Let me see what they got going on down there.
I mean, but do you really need to do that when you send people like Becky Lynch down there, when you send people like Bailey down there? Like, you sending stars down there to kind of already do that. You don't necessarily need to have the title on
I
TV
think it
like
would be
that.
dope because I would like to see Obafemi go out there on the main roster and defend his NXT championship.
That's a different story because Omafemi is in a different class than Stephanie Vercare.
What
In
you
my
mean?
opinion, popularity wise, he's in like they're saying he's going to be like one of the goats. So that's a
Oh yeah,
different.
no question. He's
You know
gonna
what I'm
be
saying?
a
So
legend.
him coming up with the NXT title, I feel would bring more prestige than a Stephanie Vercare. Does that make sense?
I mean, to me, it's like they're both champions. Or I mean, that's the top of the mountain for both of them. So they're the same level for me.
All right, so let me ask you this question: when Asuka was coming up and she was in NXT, if she had, do you see her and Stephanie Vercare on the same level as where they were during the heights of their NXT careers? Do you see that, or do you feel like Asuka was higher?
Asuka was Goldberg in
That's
NXT.
but
that's different.
That's my point. That's my only point is that if I'm going to do that situation, I need you to be like that.
Okay.
Because I feel like it would bring that. I just feel like, oh, well, she's the NXT champion. Oh, okay. Like, I think they would still look at it as a little league title, other than if it's like an Oscar or a Obafemi. I feel like it would just bring more prestige. That's all.
I feel you. I get it. I get what you're saying. So you want you calling Jordan as the winner for that match?
Yeah.
I gotta say Stephanie. I don't think they're taking it off her that quick. I don't think they are.
I just don't think there's anything more to do with her. Like,
yeah, who's going to challenge next? That's yeah.
That's the issue. Like, go ahead and
I would love
if NXT's for development, use it. Like,
and Stephanie's like crazy popular right now too. You know what I'm saying? So I could see her against a Charlotte Flair, a Tiffany Stratton, a Nia Jax, a Jade Cargill, a Bianca Belair. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel where you're coming from, but I still think Stephanie gonna win it tonight. Keep retain tonight. Main event: Obafemi versus Miles Bourne. This is a very left field match. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of a shock the world situation when Miles Bourne won that match to get this match.
It depends. I could see Miles Bourne winning it if they're ready for Obafemi to come up. Because, like I said, it's a developmental thing. If I'm saying I'm okay with Jordan Grace going in, I'm okay with them sending Stephanie up there. I need to say the same thing for that. So
my only issue right now is we've pretty much only seen Miles in tag action or 6-man tag action and not running the streets of NXT by himself. No real story development over him in NXT alone. So again, this is kind of I get it. You know, he shocked the world by winning this match. He would really shock the world if he beats Obafemi for that belt. I feel like that would be a bad move though, because we're not that invested into him right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I get that.
Like he's been going viral over there saying he's young Randy Orton. He looks like young Randy Orton and all that. And I get it. He's gaining popularity, but would we care about him as champion right now?
I haven't seen enough of him to really answer that question, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess, but my answer is not a talent thing. My answer is only like, hey, if you want to get Obafemi up here, I mean, you might as well. Like, I don't think he needs to lose to anybody credible really too much at NXT at this point.
Yeah, I'm
okay with them doing a shock the world thing with him losing a title. Like, I'm cool with that.
I would be okay with him winning a oh shit, hold on. I'd be okay with him winning a North American championship before the main championship. That's it. That's all. So that is.
I mean, there are people who are more deserving, like Javon Evans and things like that. I see that point. Yeah. No, I see. I didn't miss out on that. I see that point. Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for that was it for the card for Battleground. We're gonna go ahead and get right into this AEW Double or Nothing card. Now this card is crazy. You know how AEW delivers on pay-per-view every time. Always. They don't miss, bro. They don't. They pay-per-views really don't miss. We get right into it. The pre-show match: Harley Cameron and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne.
Jesus Christ.
This is let's just get them on a card type match here. They've been having some funny story and whatnot going on on Dynamite and Collision and everything. But if I gotta call a winner, Harley Cameron and Anna Jay.
Me too.
Next match. Oh, I'm so happy that Undisputed Era is back together. Paragon, Adam Cole, Roger Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Don Callis family. Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, and Josh Alexander. The match is going to be a banger.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the ones.
No question about the fact this match is going to be an absolute, what J. Cole say, a barn burner. It's going to be a slobber knocker, brother. You feel me? As far as a winner, I got to go with the Don Callis family. Got to go with Don Callis family. Josh Alexander's a walking effing weapon, bro. Come on, man. And Kyle Fletcher, shout out my homegirl Lou. We had a conversation about Kyle Fletcher yesterday. We were talking about his in-ring ability. It's insane. He essentially is Will Ospreay in that ring. He can do the same stuff Will does. It's just he doesn't have the same charisma that Will has. And I think that's the only reason he's not connecting as well.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. There. You can see it's there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not like, he got a whole bunch to work on. Nah,
no, not at all.
It's just one of them things that's going to take a little time. He's going to cook.
He's going to
cook. Oh,
no question.
For sure, yes.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm going with the Don Callis family now.
I'm gonna go with Paragon, man.
You going with Paragon? Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm rocking with the squad. What you mean?
Okay. I hear you.
Shout out to Adam Cole, man. You already know what it is.
Shout out to Adam Cole. We actually interviewed him last year too, right before Full Gear. Make sure you check out that interview too. We're gonna post some clips of all these joints here. So we got some really dope interviews on our page. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. We interviewed Edge, bro, or Adam Copeland. Come on, bro. Next match: Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe in a stretcher match.
Oh my god.
Hey,
this card is fire. I'm mad because the Knicks game is on tonight. I might have to reconsider. This card sound crazy.
Bro, why you think I got this 2 monitor setup in here? I got I'm about to have Biggie eyes watching each monitor at the same time.
Hey, shout out to Ricochet, man. You really made me a fan, bro. Like,
I did not see it at first when he came to AEW. But Ricochet has came to AEW and completely reinvented himself. And yeah, I look forward to seeing him on my TV every week now for sure. So shout out Ricochet for sure.
Yo, the figure 4 leg lock on the dude with one.
Nasty! Nasty! That was crazy.
Yo, Ricochet cooking over there, man.
That was diabolical, bro. That was nasty business.
Ricochet cooking over there, man. Salute to him, man. You one of them stories that make WWE look crazy, and I like stuff like that.
Real.
So
again,
salute.
Imagine again. I hate to bring it back. We're not going to harp on it too long, but imagine AJ being able to go over there and do how he wants to do it, bro. Like, cooking like he wants to cook, like being allowed to be creative and do his own thing. You know what I mean? Like what? Yeah. Free AJ. Hashtag free AJ. Use that. Yeah. That's all social media. Hashtag free AJ. Who you got winning? Ricochet or Briscoe?
Briscoe will crash out, bro. I got Ricochet winning.
I can see. I'm gonna give it a Ricochet. I think Ricochet would win. Next match: FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia.
Shout out to Daniel Garcia, but
we interviewed Daniel Garcia as well. Make sure you check that interview out too. Shout out him.
Nah, I got FTR, man. They on a different level right now. Like
I agree. I got FTR winning, and I see them doing something crazy to hurt Nigel McGuinness' neck, like for sticking your nose in our situation, like a pile driver off the top rope through 3 tables type situation. Yep. He's still gonna kick out at 2, but hey, they did it to him. They got him.
Yep.
Next match, and this is one of the matches I'm really looking forward to for the night too. I can't hold you. Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the AEW. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, for the AEW Continental Championship. What we doing? Okada and Bailey. Shout out Speedball Mike Bailey. We interviewed him too, by the way. Shout out Speedball.
Shout out Speedball. I think Speedball need a little bit more time, man. I'm gonna go with Okada, man.
You think so?
A little bit more time, bro.
I'm gonna be real. Okada's title run hasn't done much for me. So I'd be okay with it changing hands tonight. And I think Speedball's done a good job representing and flying that AEW flag since he's joined AEW.
Yes, he has. Yep.
So I'd be okay with Speedball winning that championship tonight.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I want him to win. I want Speedball to win.
I'm gonna say Speedball with the win. Okay. Next match. And I'm gonna be direct right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care for this match.
Okay.
I love every single time the Hurt Business is on my TV. Don't get me wrong at all. But Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. AEW titles on the line. Mind you, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes are ROH tag team champions. But it's only the AEW titles on the line tonight. How you feel about the match and who you got winning?
I don't care about the matches. Our guys showing up tonight.
I don't know at this point.
Is our guys showing up? Like that's all I care about. Or y'all gonna stop the match and MJF come out and then ask if he want to be, and then that music hit. That's what I'm tuning in to see. I don't care about the match. I'm gonna be real. I'm with you. I'm not excited to see that.
If they had the ceremony where they brought MJF into AEW at the pay-per-view, I 110% would have said Cedric Alexander is showing up and he's gonna whip MJF's ass and join the Hurt Syndicate. But now that happened already. MJF is in this random tag match. What are we doing? What are we doing? They had a golden opportunity right now, bro. A golden opportunity. Ced is doing his damn thing on the independent scene right now. Shout out to Cedric for coming to our event here in New Bern a couple weeks ago. Back on May 10th, we linked with United Pro Wrestling to do Ready or Not out here in my hometown, New Bern, North Carolina. Cedric Alexander was in the main event against Diego Hill. Banger. It will be out on YouTube soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned for it. We're gonna do a watch along for our own event for sure. But yeah, I would love to see Cedric Alexander show up in AEW tonight. I just don't know how they will pull it off with this tag match. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Okay. That's why I said MJF come out or some shit like that.
Yeah. So as far as the win, Hurt Syndicate, no question.
Yeah.
Next match. Anarchy in the Arena. Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus John Moxley, Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks. Don't forget, last year's Anarchy in the Arena.
It was fire. It was fire.
It was literally fire because Jack Perry got set on fire.
The pumps and the super kick while he upside down. Yo, fire. I'm with this match. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
I can't predict what's going to happen in this match. I know it's going to be absolutely insane, though. I know it's going to be crazy.
Last year was when Darby ran somebody over.
Yes. Yes. Like, this is...
I don't know how you can top last year, bro. I'm interested to see what they do for real.
I'm going to tell you how they topped last year by putting names like Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland into it.
Yeah, true.
That's going to, like... And not to mention the women, Willow and Marina. I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. There are going to be several highlights and clips to come out of this match.
Yes.
I know this. We're going to be talking about this match for a long time, I'm sure.
Yes, we are.
As far as who wins, I'm going to say the faces, Kenny, Willow, Swerve, the ops.
Yeah, because that's a lot.
Oh yeah. Come on,
That's
Kenny and Swerve on the same team, bro.
And Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs. That's a lot.
Come on, man.
That's a lot, bro.
Come on, son. Yeah. I'm going with their faces on this one. Next match, AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. Shout out to Mina becoming officially All Elite. She's a great asset to a great addition to the women's roster. I feel like as far as this match goes, Tony ain't losing that title, bro. Tony ain't losing that title.
It's crazy how much that title is tied into her like identity now. Like I never want her to lose that title. I don't care who you put against her. I'm good. She
just like Chelsea Green in that United States Championship. Yep. She I don't want to see anybody else with it right now.
Mm-hmm. And Toni Storm has the top women's title. It's crazy to say that. Like I don't care. Like
WWE
cool on everybody
fumbled
else.
the bag.
Yes, they did.
They fumbled the bag for sure. But I think it's gonna be a great match. Like I said, Mina is an incredible talent. She puts on, she does good work. So I'm looking forward to that match too, for real. But the women's matches are not over for tonight. Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Who you got, Mercedes or Jamie? Mind you, whoever wins this match also goes on to challenge Tony at All In.
I guess let Mercedes win. Just go ahead and do it. Like it's time now. Like I'm gonna be real. I forgot Mercedes Moné was there.
Oh God! The girl got like 6 championships.
It's time, bro. Like have her. It's time to give her something like really, really like top tier. Like it's time. Like this is what you paid her to come there to do. Like I don't know how long you gonna keep putting that off. I don't care about the titles that I don't care. It's time to put her in there with Toni Storm with the main title so we can see what's gonna happen.
I do agree with that. You know, because Mercedes obviously is a top star. She's a top woman one of the top women on the roster. I would love Mercedes versus Toni in a match for that title, and I think that's a money match for All In. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I will be very angry if Mercedes is walking around with the TBS championship, the main championship, the New Japan, you know, and all that. Like
that. So she got to lose all that first, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Or relinquish him or something. Like, come on, that's excessive. You feel me?
It's Kurt Angle.
Come on, man, get that belt collector shit out of here. There's other deserving people out there that could have that look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, I think Mercedes is gonna walk out with the dub though. I do.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Main event: Will Ospreay versus Hangman Page in the finals of the Men's Owen Hart Foundation, and a shot at whoever is the champion going into All In Texas.
For everybody that didn't see the interview, go see the interview because then you will understand my answer to this question. Will Ospreay is operating at an insane level right now. Mm-hmm. It's Will Ospreay to me.
Ospreay with the dub, no question, man. Come on, man. Ospreay with that dub ski, and Ospreay goes on All In with the dub ski, flying that AEW flag, getting that championship. Big shout to Will, man.
Mm-hmm. Different level right now. Different level. He's ready for whatever they'll put it on his shoulders, bro. Like I tried to rattle him. I don't know if I tried.
Yeah, I noticed.
I tried to rattle him. I couldn't do it, bro.
The man is locked in right now.
He locked in, bro. He got it.
He's locked in. Will with the W. So that's pretty much that's the end of that card too, and that's pretty much the show for the day. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here and wrap this thing up. Told you we're gonna keep you too long, but more than likely, I'm like 80% sure right now I will be doing a live watch along for Double or Nothing tonight. Depends on what I got going on. I don't really have many. I'm supposed to be in Charlotte right now, but I'm not. So work it is. Got to grind this thing out. Pause. But big shout out everybody tuning in. Shout out everybody on Twitter. Shout out everybody on Dirt Sheet Radio on Facebook, the 3NT Wrestling YouTube, and the other pages and whatnot. We appreciate y'all tuning in, rocking out. Like I said, what's going on, Fresh and Fresh? He said, hold on. He said, I just wish he would keep WWE out of his mouth.
No. Watch the interview, Fresh. You'll see why. No.
You know what? I'm going to say this, because it is a two-sided street here. I don't like hearing AEW talent compare things to WWE or talk negatively about WWE, especially the people that get let go from WWE, then go to AEW, then talk shit about WWE. That annoys me. It does. But also, we can't ignore the fact that WWE is clearly, they say AEW is not competition. Our competition is the NFL. Our competition is this and that, yada, yada, yada. Why do an event the same night as theirs?
Hence why you see the chip on his shoulder. Like, that's why I wanted to ask him. Because it was like, I wasn't like I was really trying to rattle him. It was just like, I wanted him to really get his shit off.
Yeah.
Where it was
I get it.
Yo, like when you have a star like Will Ospreay on your roster and you say that we're not competition, bro. And to me, the wrestling over in AEW is a lot better. It is.
It is.
I don't know how you can't see that and admit to that. It's better in AEW, bro. There's people who don't watch AEW for weeks and tune in to see their pay-per-views and say it's one of the best pay-per-views they've seen in years. And it's almost every pay-per-view they do it. The wrestling's better over there. They deserve their respect. So when you see Will talk about the WWE, it's not a hate WWE thing. It's not that. So that's why when Frass is like, yo, I wish they would keep WWE's name out their mouth. No, it's not hate coming from them because they're all friends. It's not a hate thing. Is that, yo, we're doing great work over here too. We need that acknowledgement as well.
Will is basically saying put some respect on our name.
That's it.
That's pretty much what it is. And you got, like he said in our interview, WWE has been the benchmark for so long. You know what I mean? So who else are you going to compare it to? You can't.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, say you can't. I mean, TNA's doing that thing again, but they went on a long break where they were, it wasn't what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? And AEW came in and boom, blew up, did that thing. 6 years in, and he's not bullshitting. 6 years in, they are the next closest thing to WWE. He said what he said, and it's facts.
Yeah, because he didn't even say anything wrong about WWE. That's why I asked him the question, because I wanted to see if he would say something like bad about him. No, he gave them their respect. Yo, they're the flagship. We get it. But when it comes to when that bell rings, who do I think is better? It's us. And he's right. He's correct.
He's not wrong at all.
He's not wrong.
Granted, I'm not sure. Like, there are some fire matches that go down in WWE. They've been
for sure.
They have some fire matches over there. Penta's been doing this thing. Ray Phoenix on SmackDown the other night, bro. Come on, man.
Insane.
Tiffany and not this past Friday, but the Friday before last, Tiffany and Nia Jax had an incredible match. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking anything away from the in-ring talent at WWE whatsoever. But when Will Ospreay says that the best wrestling goes on, it's consistent. It's not hit and miss. The matches are fire every time. I mean, facts is facts. I don't know how you can hate that. You can't get mad at a fact.
Because if you look at it from the other side, how many WWE matches would you enjoy that happen on regular TV every day without the storyline? It's not a lot. It's not. So you get what I'm saying, Danny? Am I wrong? Like,
bro, I'm gonna tell you, because I had to learn to separate it. Because I'll be honest with you, the beginning I was on the fence about AEW. I'm like, what is this? What is this? But I had to separate the fact that if you want good story, you watch WWE. Yep. If you want great wrestling, you watch AEW.
Right.
And the thing about it is they're starting to get their storytelling right too, because this Will Ospreay Hangman story has been incredible. The Hangman and Swerve story was incredible. You know what I'm saying? I like the Harley Cameron Mercedes stuff. It's a lot of different storylines that are really that pick up steam. Sometimes they just kind of flounder, like the Death Riders thing. Come on, that I don't know what the hell happened there. That had potential to be so great with this whole I'm taking over AEW story. What happened? The Young Bucks like, hey, these boys crazy. Let's get up out of here. Then they come back and team with them. Jack Perry punched Tony Khan in the stomach.
He should have a job, right?
But what I'm saying is like all this dope stuff happened, and it's like it went nowhere. You know, granted that happens in WWE too now. Shout out to The Rock. But yeah, that's all.
You just got to be fair on both sides, man.
Learn to separate it.
And I'm not saying that WWE doesn't put on good matches either, because I know how y'all operate. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that most of what you see on there, if it's not like a tag team match, or it's a fatal 4-way match or something like that, or it's top talent, some of the matches, man, don't really be great. There's not a lot of times I've seen. I could watch a WWE pay-per-view and there'd be like 2-3 matches on there I don't like. There's not a lot of AEW pay-per-views, and that's with me not knowing the storylines too.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that and I'm like, there was a few on there that were trash. Nah, bro, no.
That's facts. That's big facts. But like I said, y'all, if you have not watched the interview yet, please go check it out. It's on our YouTube page right now. Like one of the biggest stars in wrestling we had on the show, and that's crazy to me. Shout out to AEW for making it happen. Shout out again to all the different bloggers, the wrestling media out there that's been sharing it, posting headlines from our interview and whatnot. That's cool as hell, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
And just never forget, we are so back, bro.
Yes,
we
sir.
are here. We are here. The big three-ski. So yeah, that is a wrap on today's show. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, everybody on X, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody in Dirt Sheet Radio. Salute to y'all for tuning in. Make sure you get tickets coming up December 13th, right here in New Bern, North Carolina. United Pro Wrestling, 3NT Wrestling, Infinity Rising 3. We had our first wrestling event in New Bern on Saturday, May 10th. Cedric Alexander, like I said, was down here for it. Incredible event. We sold that thing out 3 times, y'all. We sold it out 3 times. We got the videos coming up. I'm actually going to be working on some clips and stuff today to start dropping for y'all, and posting some pictures I got from the event. A lot of content to share from that event. Shout out to New Bern. Shout out to Eastern North Carolina for coming out and supporting the event. But we're going to do it over again December 13th. Super crazy. Former ECW star, former WWE star. He's going to be in the building. Chris Adonis, formerly Chris Masters in WWE. Somebody's getting put in that Master Lock Challenge in New Bern on December 13th. When the tickets go on sale, we'll let you know. But make sure you're in the building. Infinity Rising December 13th, man. And shout out to UPW. Jay, I appreciate you, brother. So make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at 3NT Wrestling. Make sure you follow me too at the Danny Ocean Show on everything. Like I said, a lot of content coming your way, wrestling and non-wrestling. So make sure y'all tap in. Frass, I appreciate you, bro. Yes, I appreciate you. Jeannie, of course, I appreciate you too. Y'all always tuning in, showing love every time we go live, and that's much appreciated for sure. Bigger and better. A lot of dope stuff on the way. We'll be in Texas for All In, by the way. More details on that soon. Malik, you want to tell the people where to find you at? What you got going on?
Matthew Malik Wilson, Facebook and Instagram. Your future favorite SC on Twitter. Also check me out on MLBBro.com. Still baseball season. The grind is still going on, and we still trying to bring baseball back to Black communities. We still here. Article coming next week. Can't wait. Thank you for the support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love everything we do. But that's the show for today, y'all.
And Nixon 7. You hear me? Stop hitting my inbox. I'm all right. All right? Damn.
Hey, we out, man. Peace out.
I'm trying to get right for the summer. I'm trying to get right for the summer. With your squares this summer. I'm trying to make it hot for the summer. I pull up in that Betty White Hummer. So many rings I make AD lead the thunder. Ain't trying to fall in love this summer. I'm just trying get right for the summer. I'm trying to get right for the summer. Ain't fucking with your squares this summer. I'm trying to